Welcome to Bears in Exile. Today is July 28th, and this is the market overview. We'll be looking at the Dow, SPX, VIX, XOI, TNA, UUP, FXE, GLD, and SLV. Starting off with the Dow, another down day. It did try to rally. We had been talking about the need for a pause or a catch your breath move. Whether this was it or not, we don't know. We have an inverse hammer. We are straddling the lower Bollinger Band. Beyond that, we have the CCI very low, stochastic very low, RSI not in oversold territory yet. We have the cross on the MACD histogram ticking down. And we don't have any divergence on the daily. If we head on over to the 60-minute, trying to get a little forewarning, looking for divergences. There's possibly a mild one in the CCI, but in the stochastic, the RSI, and the MACD histogram, we do not have divergence yet. So, it looks pretty healthy, the down move at the moment. Beyond that, looking at the GMMA, we do have complete crossover, but not separation of the short-term moving averages. They have entered the bar prior to getting full crossover and separation, meaning that it should not put too much of a hurt on the bar. However, the bar is small, weak, and sickly looking. There's not much to collapse it and stop it, or be able to stop it, I should say. If the bar looked like it did back here, that would be one thing, but this is not a very powerful bar. Beyond that, we have the upper price consensus level right about 12,150, and we have the one from 2 months ago, the lower price consensus level right at 12,200. So, two levels to watch for possible support, but I'm not going to hold my breath at the moment. The news continues to be bad. If they can't get a deal tonight, the Republicans, that'll look really bad. Tomorrow is GDP, very, very, very important. Going on to SPX, also an inverse hammer. We have entered the bar, which is almost a flat line, and we do not have complete crossover yet in the short-term moving averages. CCI very low, stochastic very low, RSI not in oversold territory. We do finally have the bearish cross of the MACD histogram ticking down. We do not have divergences on the daily. 60-minute, do we have any divergences? If this was a higher low on the CCI, perhaps we could get one there. If we get a higher low on the stochastic, perhaps we can get one there. We do not have one on the well, that's so close, the RSI. Perhaps you could say that that is a little bit of one. And if this move is finished right now on the down, then we would have one on the MACD histogram. So, we still need more data. We don't know if these moves down here have finished, so it's hard to say if we have any divergence in the 60-minute. VIX. Big hammer outside the upper Bollinger Band once again. You can see that we do have a little bit of excessive separation in the short-term moving averages. The bullish bar is forming and getting further separation. CCI very high, stochastic very high, RSI above 70, histogram and the MACD ticking up. Alright, well, how about divergences on the VIX? Well, we do have some. CCI slanting down, price going up. Stochastic slanting, well, if this turns around and goes higher, that won't produce one on the stochastic. At the moment, it could be one on the stochastic. RSI definitely divergence on the stochastic, definitely divergence on the MACD histogram. So, That at least says that we are due at some point to have a pause and maybe pull back on the VIX. Doesn't have to be tomorrow, but it is there. XOI, alrighty, spinning top almost. If that was just a little bit longer on the bottom, it'd be a really pretty spinning top. CCI low, stochastic below the 20, RSI really just negative neutral, which is kind of surprising. Bearish cross on the MACD histogram clicking down. So need more data on this one. Flatline long-term bar offering no support really. We have a little bit of crossover, but not really anything really strong as of yet. Price consensus level not far away. Could go either way with oil. TNA. Alright. Pretty inverse hammer. Below lower Bollinger Band a little bit. Click up on the CCI. How about that? Stochastic very low. RSI getting out from below the 30. We still have a bearish cross on the MACD and histogram clicking down. How about divergence? 60 minutes. Well, if the move is done, we could start having one on CCI. If the move is done, we could have one on stochastic. It looks like we're having one form on the RSI, and not yet on the histogram, although if this move is done, then it could be. Not enough data. I need more. UUP, almost a spinning top. We did have an uptick. The target is a little bit above us. It is right about 21.25. CCI ticking up, stochastic ticking up, RSI just hanging out, and histogram ticking up. MACD still not a bullish cross yet. So we do have a target. We do have 2 more days to reach that target, and it's very interesting about the correlation between the dollar and the market. It isn't exactly working out this last week and a half or so, and we're going to see if it reasserts itself or not. Needless to say, if this is going to go up, if there is correlation, that is not good for the market. FXE. Well, that doesn't look exactly, well, I guess it's almost mirroring. We don't have a little tail at the bottom of it to make it match perfect, but I guess you get what you get. We are inside the flatline bar. We do have a downtick. The downtick was met today. And CCI clicking down, stochastic down, RSI just above the 50, histogram ticking down, MACD not getting the bearish cross yet. GLD, our second VIX hammer. Well, that matches up really nice with the VIX because the VIX is a hammer too, and the VIX being more extreme, but nonetheless it matches. We do not have a downtick yet. We are getting below the 100 on CCI, stochastic ticking down, RSI trying to slant down, histogram hanging out, histogram clicking down, MACD hanging out. Sorry. So this would seem to indicate that at least buying pressure is abating slightly, and we'll have to see over the next few days if we get a downtick, if people start to dump gold. SLV, little, almost a miniature hammer. We do have a downtick. Downtick is, that was kissed today. Downtick on the CCI, stochastic, RSI, histogram, and the MACD possibly getting a bearish cross here really soon. So is risk starting to abate? Well, maybe it is. I don't know. Certainly after having all these red candles in a row, 5 candles, people would think, and myself included, that it'd be time overdue for a green candle of some sort to reset the count. Perhaps that is part of the reason why gold and the VIX look the way that they do. But anyways, we shall see. We'll see if they have their vote tonight, if they pass the deal, and if they don't, if GDP is bad tomorrow, it probably will be a nasty day. If they do pass it and GDP surprises to the upside, then certainly that should give the market all that it needs to have a big green candle. As always, all investing decisions are your own. This chart and video are for entertainment, educational, and consumption of time purposes only. Thank you.